Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Stefan, and today we'll be continuing on with episode 7 of our series of the Tall Swarm on the highest difficulty settings in-game. As you remember, this is what we're playing on: Max Advanced AI Starts, Grand Admiral, High Aggressiveness, Glavius' Ultimate AI Mega Mod. So without further ado, let's resume with our save, shall we? Alright, so last we left off, the situation was going quite well for the 2 quintillion IQ swarm. In fact, this war that we have gotten ourselves into is not even really a war, it's a slaughter. And in fact, that's what's happening to those poor fellas that were not on those ships that we very quickly and efficiently destroyed. No, they are going to be suffering over decades, being processed as food and being studied for our grand sciences. Speaking of which, it's doing quite well. We have roughly 3,500 combined research points. And that is quite nice. It's going to mean that eventually we're going to be able to advance and completely dominate everyone in technology, rather than just most of the galaxy. As you can see here, our power position is quite the power position. We only have 2 empires that are superior to us, and the other ones are either inferior or pathetic in terms of technology, so they're not really going to pose a grand threat. Well, nor will they that are more superior, considering how soon enough we're going to be able to fill up this naval capacity. One thing I did not do in the last episode, which I really should have, is resettled all the pops over to a single planet to make sure they're all purged. The pop decline happens on a linear scale. That means that no matter how many pops are on the planet, the decline in the population will be the same exact. Those pops that are not getting purged are going to stay around, wait for their turn, and eventually going to get eaten and studied. So without further ado, let's rename this Suprag colony to the Grand Feeding Ground, and just resettle all the other pops over to that planet. Alright, perfect. Now we have 152 pops on this planet, and they're producing a hell of a lot of food and society. So what we're going to do now is simply deploy those hunter-killer drones. What we're going to do to help out is spam a bunch of strongholds. This is going to produce some soldier jobs, and those actually increase stability once this edict is running. Eventually, the stability bonus to pop production is actually going to overpower the resource detriment from hunter-killer drones, and our planet is going to be producing more food and more society. But anyways, let's go on, continue the warfare, and see how this plays out. Once the galaxy has no chance, I'll call it a win. One cool thing you can do with transport fleets that you can't really afford to do on your normal fleets is actually to use the jump feature. Every time the transport ships land and dispose their armies on a planet, the transport fleets that come out of the planet are reset, and therefore can use the jump once more. That means that you can very quickly conquer some planets that you left behind, and so effectively they're virtually of no concern. Oh, didn't even notice. These guys are the 9K from the other nation that we're technically at war with. Nice, we can wipe them out too. 2 wars for the price of 1. Let's see how this naval engagement is going to play out. Nothing new. Well, alright, I'll take that. Also, this attrition ratio is pretty damn insane. We have 6 while they have 100. They can be forced into surrender pretty quickly, although of course, this is not something that we want. We want to continue this war for as long as possible, and considering our rate of attrition growth, this war can go on for a while. That is, of course, if we don't get backstabbed. I did not actually survey this wormhole. A big regret on my part. That is rather a shame. It's going to take us a while to get back there. 209 days. Okay, let's just move on with this fleet while the other one takes care of the business. Oh no, they actually have quite a decent chunk of fleet power right here. they may actually overwhelm a single fleet. Alright. Let's not do that in that case.
Our construction is complete.
Alright. So it looks like these guys are trying to follow my fleet. Let's try to avoid them.
A war breaks out.
Ha! Easy.
Enemy war drones invade our mass.
Oh no, they have taken back their planet. How dare they? And now they're sending their transport fleets as sacrifice. Wonderful. Unless they're sending them in to make a quick getaway, which would be rather smart of them to do, if it were intentional. But of course, it is not. Alright, looks like the fleets that tried to come into my territory were utterly annihilated. And now let's send in one of our science ships to actually survey this black hole and see where the hell it leads. Oh, well that's rather curious. We don't actually have the wormhole survey technology. I guess we can't do that after all. Also, I've just realized you can set transport ships to an aggressive stance. That way they'll just invade every planet in the system, if they can. Let's actually see if it works after the transports have landed, because I know they're different ships. So please, game, keep the preferences. Oh, that's awesome. They are aggressive. Perfect. Ooh, Titans, let's go. Alright, wormhole stabilization. Let's check that out. Ooh, ascension theory. That's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna be able to get one of these fancy schmancy ascension perks. I don't even know what to get, man. Oh, a declaration of war. Well, that's rather interesting, considering how it's going from our north. And we have no fleets in this territory. Huh. How about we just pump out a bunch of battleships and very, very quickly tell our fleets to go the fuck back. Oh, it's gonna take like 2 years. We're gonna lose so much territory. Our star bases are so unupgraded. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be very bad. Oh no, looks like we're about to get an attack from this black hole. How tragic. Let's make sure it's that wormhole. And yes, indeed it is. Fortunately, the guys with the 30k Federation fleet aren't the ones at war with us, so that is rather nice. Well, this is rather perfect. Looks like the invasion from the wormhole is actually going to be intercepted by this good old-fashioned high fleet kraken. Kablamo. Oh no, we finally have a swarm coming towards us. And it's not looking pretty. It's 20k fleet power. Coming at Sabik, only 15k. Now let's change that real quick. Also, Foundation Tekanja no longer exists in the galaxy. That's 1 for our kill count. Also, due to how many planets we just got, our empire size is suffering substantially. We're getting quite a lot of penalties from colonies, systems, and districts. And so to remedy that, what I'll do is simply depopulate some of these planets. It's going to leave the planets themselves pretty open, and we'll be able to colonize it later. Alright, wonderful. Now we have a bunch less colonies, and now let's take down some of these systems. Oh no, we can't dismantle them because we're at war. Boo-hoo. Oh, so apparently this space station, which has once belonged to the Takanjas, is just abandoned. Can we reclaim it somehow? Please? Pretty please? Attack it? Guess we're gonna have to go the hard way and simply rebuild it. Construction ship it is. Oh, thank God. These guys are going back to deal with my fleet. How intelligent of them. Oh, they're actually tracking my other tiny fleet. How about this? They're not going to merge, they're just going to follow. That way this fleet is still going to continue. Oh, never mind. It's not. It's too smart. Now let's quickly get in there, I guess. I guess they were trying to attack reinforcements. That was their goal. They're already out of the system. There's nothing I can do now but sit and wait. Oh no. Now there's 2 fleets heading over to my Sabik system, and they're here to attack the Canal Starfleet. Canal Starfleet. How about High Fleet Leviathan? That sounds like a much better name. Oh no, these guys are back. They're not actually gonna attack, are they? Well, that means that whole thing was a diversion. And now our fleet has to get back over to Sabik before it's too late. And I'm afraid that's not gonna happen. Although, if they only attack with 1 fleet, it could be alright. Well, looks like we have a transmission from the Othethi Freeholders. Attention, spooters. If you have need of others to fight your battles for you, know that the Othethi mercenary fleets are now available to hire. Yes, you heard correctly. If you can meet their prices, the best mercenaries in the galaxy are now willing to fight for you. That's nice to know. Nice of you to inform me. Even though you literally can't offer me anything. Because, well, I'm a swarm, and you apparently despise me. How could you? How could you ever think low of the swarm? Hold up. That's 51k fleet power right there. And that's heading right over to High Fleet Kraken, which will not be able to withstand it. So let's quickly retreat our fleets back over to Sabik. Because, well, getting our fleet wiped out is not a good idea. Alright, well, this is going to be exciting. 51k engaging my fully built up station, and 50 more k worth of mostly battleships. Let's see how this works out. Ooh, they also have another 14k fleet. And another 20k fleet. This may actually be a defensive conflict rather than an offensive one. Let's see how this works. Okay, so that's their small fleet right there. Absolutely wiped. No surprise there. Let's see, their big fleet is coming. 46k. Let's see them battle it out. Wow, what are they doing? They're just rushing towards my space station to destroy my defensive platforms. How dare they? Well, they got amply punished for that. They permanently lost a lot of their fleet, and that's going to be very good for us. Although they still have a lot of fleet power though, and they do still have a lot of fleet power though, and they still seem to be attacking. So I'm just gonna wait them out, and then come in and destroy them afterwards, because we're really in no rush. We can drag this war out for quite some time. We have no war exhaustion problems. Well, they of course, and they do, 100%. But anyways, I believe that about does it for today's episode. We have made quite a lot of progress. We had consumed our former neighbors, and are now in the process of completely devastating the others. But anyways, if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I have a Patreon and a Discord, links are in the description, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.